There has been an incident in the South China Sea, an explosion, and according to specialists, they have no idea what caused it. But I've got a couple of theories for you that I believe will answer that very question, and you're going to want to hear them. But before I do, this Black Friday, get your own piece of American history by getting the Trump-Pence 2020 limited edition 3 Patriot Cup set. Now, they will sell out. This is not sold in any stores, and it is made right here in the USA. With this 3-piece set, you get 3 amazing items. The first one here is this President Trump limited edition tumbler, and you can see it has his name on it. Pretty awesome stuff, but that's not the only one. You also get one with a picture of Mike Pence. You can see he signed it as well. Again, these are all limited edition. As well as the third one here, you have both Trump and Pence on it. This is an amazing gift to get someone this holiday season, especially, and I will be buying some for my family as well. But these tumblers have a narrow opening, as you can see right here. So when you drink out of it, you don't have to worry about anything spilling because this thing is also sealed airtight. But that's not all that's on it. Check this out. It also has a stainless steel powder coat finish, which provides maximum durability against damages, that vacuum seal lid, and it also keeps all your drinks cold for 24 hours. So anything cold in there, 24 hours, or even if you want to put hot stuff in them, it remains hot for 12 hours. But that's not all. These tumblers even have a double wall to prevent that condensation, basically, which helps maintain the temperature. And not to mention, this is the perfect standard size for any cup holder. These cups can take on any liquid challenge that you throw their way, and they are 30 ounces, so they can hold a heck of a lot of liquid. So go to patriotcups.com right now and take advantage of their Black Friday special because you can get it at 20% off using the code HAVEN20. That's the code HAVEN20. Right now, I want to encourage you. It's a great time to buy for your family members and loved ones this Christmas holiday season. So check it out at patriotcups.com. So let's start first with what actually happened at the South China Sea. Take a look at this article on halturner.com. There has been an incident in the South China Sea, radiation detected. Oceanographic instruments monitoring the South China Sea have reportedly registered a significant undersea explosion. Details are sketchy as of 6:22 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, but military sources are saying an explosion took place at a depth of approximately 50 meters, which caused an underwater shockwave of such sudden presence and such strength that the explosion itself had to be between 10 and 20 kilotons. The sources, military, also say explicitly an earthquake has been ruled out. United States submarines routinely operate in the area of the world's oceans. If an explosion of that magnitude took place, it could wreak havoc on the submarines and their instruments, perhaps forcing them to leave the area or perhaps putting into port for recalibration or repairs. There is nothing in the area of the South China Sea which on its own can account for such a possible event. So what do we know so far? We know that there was an explosion in the South China Sea. We know that it took place 50 meters below the water. And we also know that it produced a 10 to 20 kilogram of power. Not to mention, we also know that all earthquakes have been ruled out. So what is likely going on? Well, let me show you this map here. This map is URAD Monitor map, and it shows radiation in the area. Now, as you can see on the screen, this has radiation all across the entire globe, and specifically in the China area, the South China Sea, you can see more radiation than normal. Now, the second map, I've zoomed into the South China Sea, and you can see 3 areas there, all of which are showing radiation in the same area of which the detonation went off. What does that mean? Well, I'll leave that up to you to decide. However, let me add just a few more pieces of the puzzle. Just yesterday, I put out a report about this particular bill, SB 1838. Now, this bill has passed Congress, and it's called Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act of 2019. Basically, this bill tells Hong Kong that America will continue to do commerce and trade separately with them than they do with China if they continue to remain, self-governed as much as possible. Basically, this was a slap in the face to China, saying that America supports Hong Kong's ability to be free from China and supports the ideas and the principles of the protesters. Obviously, China didn't like that. Could it be possible that they set off something in the water in order to send a message to the U.S.? After all, there were U.S. ships in the area. Take a look at this article here on businessinsider.com. The Navy has 2 new ships operating in the South China Sea to send a message to China. Interesting. We have ships there in the South China Sea sending a message to China. Meanwhile, maybe China's doing the same thing. But maybe it wasn't just targeted at the US. Maybe they also wanted to send a message to Hong Kong. I want to throw this map up on the screen. Take a look at it. It shows the location of Hong Kong in comparison, or where it's at in regards to China. Notice how it's right on the border of the South China Sea. Here's another map. Notice on this second map the location of the Ring of Fire, and see how it goes all the way around and even is around the South China Sea. So here's my theory. Could it be that China was so upset about the Hong Kong legislation passed here in the US that they were mad at both Hong Kong and the US? Maybe they tried to set off some kind of earthquake in the South China Sea there in order to, well, retaliate against Hong Kong. After all, these types of weather weapons do exist. Anyhow, I'd love to get your thoughts, comments, and concerns. What do you think happened? Because ultimately, the decision is yours. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.